All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutation and much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word and truth and sincerity as well as the men, women, and children learning the truth and sincerity. And this is going to be a quick video, Lord, so it's edifying. Just on this article I came across, but first let me start here with Matthew 24 and 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." All right, and this is the times we've entered into, all right? The time of Jacob's trouble. And it's going to get worse and worse, where you're going to know that Jacob's trouble is full-fledged, all right? Chaos everywhere. All right, these times are going to be worse than anything that's ever been seen on the face of the earth. And the Lord just flooded the whole earth. He's brought world wars, okay, slavery of the Israelites, all kind of things. And that's not even going to compare. And then the ending of it has never been seen. Okay, the destruction with thermonuclear weapons, which you saw, it did happen on a smaller scale, or a lot smaller, to Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities. But this is going to make that seem like nothing, as we just read. It had never been seen since for this great tribulation, which is going to end with those missiles. Okay, is going to come upon his world. To say verse 22, "And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." And that's why things are happening so quickly now, because the Lord's shortening the days. All right, prophecy is speaking loud and clear, and it's coming back to back. Okay, so let me get this article real quick here. It says, this is on Newsweek.com. "Risk of nuclear conflict at highest point since height of Cold War." All right, so I'm not going to read it. Just wanted to bring out that article. All right, that we're at an unprecedented level of nuclear war threat and talks. All right, and it all started with Russia invading Ukraine. Now there's war over there. Like the Lord said, there will be wars and rumors of wars. Well, we're seeing it. All right, it's happening, and the mark of the beast is it's only a matter of time before it's made mandatory, and then all hell is going to break loose. And then after all this chaos and calamities come upon you Americans, and of course the four corners of the world, of course, but America's going to get it the worst. Okay, then ultimately they're going to be destroyed with thermonuclear missiles. America will be. Okay, and other parts of the world as well, because America will shoot off their missiles. So let's get, because like I said, risk of nuclear conflict. Well, that's gonna be how the Third World War ends. Okay, with thermonuclear missiles, nuclear missiles being shut off. Okay, all right, Salakia. Yeah, it just froze there for a second, but it's all good. So let's get some scriptures on that nuclear war that they're talking about here. Let's say nuclear conflict. It ain't gonna be no more talks anymore, man. It's coming. It's inevitable. Okay, those missiles will be shot off, but it's all on the time frame of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, his timeline. Not when the Russians feel like shooting off missiles, okay, or whatever the case may be. No, it's all according to the agenda of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So Malachi 4:1. "For behold, the day cometh, and that day will be the same day that the Lord returns." All right, that's when the missiles will be shot off. Those thermonuclear missiles, hypersonic missiles. Okay, nuclear destruction. This is what we're about to read about. "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch." So ultimately, there ain't gonna be not one thing left here in America. And who's gonna be leading it? Who that charge? Well, Russia is. All right, your boy Putin. He's the man for the job. Okay. And we can prove that. Let's go to Jeremiah 51 and verse 6. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon. And this Babylon is talking about America, okay? Because America is also known as Babylon, the virgin daughter of Babylon, the great whore, the great city, all right? You name it. You know, there's many code words for America in the Bible, but this being one of them. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. So, hey, that recompense is going to be those thermonuclear missiles, man. The complete destruction and annihilation of America and everything in it. See, Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. So clearly, you know what this is talking about, because only one nation has had the power, okay, currently has the power and has had the power to manipulate and push on its agenda and philosophies onto the whole world, and that's clearly America. All right, that's why they got McDonald's in China and fucking Zimbabwe. You know, all these things that the America pushes out, trends and whatnot, is pushed upon the whole world. Okay. But now the nations they've realized they've been drunken off that wine. Now they're mad. Now they're coming up against her. All right, even its allies. America is slowly but surely losing its allies. They're all looking at America sideways thanks to your boy Joe Biden. Okay, which that ties into Revelation, the 17th chapter. All right, says verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her, if so be she may be healed. Yeah, America's crumbling. All right, you go to the gas station, gas is $5 minimum, and that's for the cheapest gas. Truckers are quitting because they can no longer afford the diesel to continue to work. Food shortages, okay? All kind of things are happening here. America's crumbling, the nation's divided. And it's only going to continue to get worse. And then they're going to have to fight a war, world war. And there's going to be civil unrest here in these coming weeks. Power shortages they're talking about. Okay, and it's going to be real hot this summer. Real hot. So no more AC for you imbeciles. Verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. That's why you see these people cashing out and leaving America. The heathens. Because Jake ain't got nowhere to go. Jake ain't got nothing to cash in. But these Moab, Ishmael, Elam, okay, they're all getting the hell out of here. They see what's coming. This place is finished. And even Edomites that have the means to do so, they're getting out of here. Going to Mexico. I seen an article the other day saying a huge number of people are moving to Mexico to escape inflation. You know, so everybody that knows what's going on, they're getting the hell out of here because this place is going down. It says, forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. The Lord Yahweh hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord of power. Make bright the arrows. What are those arrows? Those ICBM missiles, okay? That will be used, all right, to destroy America. Those are the arrows. Make bright the arrows. Gather the shields. Yahweh has raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. Now, who's the king of the Medes? Currently, your boy Putin. Now, you see how he got a cold spirit on him right now. He don't give a damn. All right? And he don't care about what America got to say either. He says, for his devices against Babylon, to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple. So, hey, it's not Putin's will to do all these things. Right now, he's putting back together the USSR, okay, which that's Ezekiel 38 being fulfilled, him going into these former Soviet nations. All right, this is all leading up to World War III. But what is ultimately the will of the Heavenly Father? That this is His vengeance that He's bringing forth. Let's go to Jeremiah 50. I'm gonna jump down to just get to the point here. It says, let's start at 12. It says, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Going into Britain, all right, England, being ashamed of America. All right, you see how they're trying to backpedal and disassociate themselves from America now. Okay, and even with the Brexit, leaving the EU, all these prophecies are being fulfilled. All right, Daniel chapter 2. Okay, it's all happening. Salakia. All right, moving on, it says, behold, the hindermost of the nation shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. All right, that's America when these thermonuclear missiles hit and finally the stops burning and the smoke dissipates. Nothing's going to be left but a desert. Okay, uninhabitable until those desert creatures move in. But no man shall dwell in this land anymore. Verse 13, because of the wrath of Yahweh, it shall be not inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. And just like ancient Egypt got hit with plagues, well, America will be hit with plagues far more worse. And the ultimate plague will be those thermonuclear missiles. Verse 14, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrow. So all those bend the bow are the nations with nuclear capabilities. Okay, and they're not going to spare any arrows, or also aka those missiles. They're not going to spare any of them. They're not going to leave any to sit back, all right, and put them in museums or decommission them. No, they're all going to be shut off. Okay, it says, for she has sinned against the Lord Yahweh. How has she done that? Well, this is where we were all put in captivity as a whole nation, the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, the name of the Lord was blasphemed here. They changed it. The Lord himself was blasphemed here. Changed his image, changed what he was about. Used the Bible to establish the land, but then be completely against it. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her as she had done, do unto her. So the Lord is going to destroy this place utterly, man. And again, those thermonuclear missiles, those arrows. So a couple more scriptures here. Salakia, 2nd Ezra 16. Says, woe be unto thee, Babylon, and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. So, hey, Asia's going to get it too. Everybody's going to fall once this America's done. That's why they're going to be mourning her, because they have been made rich off of her. So ultimately, and when the glory of kingdoms, all right, aka America for this world, all right, once that falls, everything comes crumbling down like the statue in Daniel's, okay, the book of Daniel. That great millstone that is going to come and land on the feet or the toes, and everything comes crumbling down with it. All right. Verse 2, gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. Yeah, the end of this place, man. The destruction coming from Yahweh Shem Yahushai is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? If fire is sent among you, who may quench it? That's the thermonuclear missiles, man. All right. And also all the things leading up to it. All right. The pestilences, the famine. Okay. All these chaotic events that are taking place and will continue to get worse. This is all leading up to the thermonuclear missiles. Okay. The end be all is the missiles, man. But first, that mark of the beast has to be mandated. It says, verse 5, plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it hath begun to burn? And these are rhetorical questions, man. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? Right, and those arrows are going to be shut off, and they're hypersonic. Hypersonic can't even be detected. All right, let alone stopped. It says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? All right, A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? There's no stopping these missiles, man. That's why they haven't been shut off yet, because it's not the time yet. All right, more prophecies, a few more prophecies have to be unveiled. But wait, we're pretty much almost out of here, man. All right, where was I? Verse 11 or 10, he shall cast lightning, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be able? Who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also. But the Lord, and before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. Ultimately, is the Most High sending these missiles. And yeah, Esau, Edom, he made them. He's gonna push the button, but ultimately, is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that's gonna force his hand. Okay. Again, these are his weapons of his indignation. These are the Lord's armory. He's opened up his armory, and brought forth those weapons. The Lord has inspired Esau to make these, because this is nothing new, but Esau was able to put it in technology, all right? Because in Sodom and Gomorrah, the Lord just made it that same effect come down from heaven, so to say, all right? But this is going to be something else, man. All right, just Satan 2 missiles can destroy all of America, and it's going to be even more than missiles than that. So, for strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. So these missiles are not going to miss. They're not going to go haywire. They're going to hit their targets, because the Lord's going to he's going to put his spirit in them to go exactly where they need to go. Okay. It says, behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out till they consume the foundation of the earth. Right? Like we read in Malachi, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. All these things are going to be dissolved. We'll get that next. It says, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that are sent upon earth shall not return again. There you go, man. These missiles. And they're talking about it. 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So what's going to make these elements melt with fervent heat? Everything around you is composed of elements. There you go. That's what's going to make everything melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Right, people, and majority of the people are clueless. They don't care. But what? The ones that want salvation, what kind of life should you be living? Should you be partaking in folly and bullshitting around? Or should you be locked in and loaded and hastening the day of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai? All right. Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. There you go, man. So knowing these things are coming, what mindset should you be in? Who should you be serving? You know, you should be getting mentally prepared for this hour of temptation. And once that comes, the nukes are not too far off. Verse 13, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. All right. But we're looking for the kingdom of heaven to be established on this earth. All right. The righteous rulership. But it has to come through the destruction of this current world. All right. And utterly destroying America from off the face of the earth. All right. So, hey, we're almost at the times, man, where those nuclear missiles will obliterate this place. So repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. With that, I say shalom.